If you have depression, anxiety, or even gut issues, there is a huge correlation to the connection of your past, to your childhood. And if you are really diving into your own healing and own understanding of why you feel this way and why maybe depression or gut issues and anxiety are coming up at this current point of your life, this video is for you, because I have been there and I want to share with you my insights and also on a deeper level why this is actually a good thing. Yes, depression is seen as some kind of weakness in our society. It is sometimes really put in a bad spot, and it's kind of reflecting some kind of weakness in our society. Whereby, if you look at depression from a spiritual concept or from a higher concept, it is actually a huge transformative tool to guide you to your true authentic self. Depression is nothing else than suppressed life force energy. So if your authentic self, your life force energy is suppressed, that means you cannot be authentically yourself. And when we look back at you, this is you as a child. And the green around it is your energy field. I want you to understand that as a child, and you see that in children, they are free spirits. They express themselves so freely, so authentically. There's almost no conditioning. That's why you can feel this lightness and this childlike played version, that is just full of joy, excitement, and it is literally in flow. A child is in flow, also with its own emotion. If you as a child received any type of message that goes in the direction of you're too sensitive, you need to fit in, be nice, don't feel, you as a child, as an energetic being, received a message that it is not safe to be yourself. And you have to literally view yourself and think, okay, what message did I get over and over and over again? So the first question, don't focus too much on the depression, how to get rid of it. See it as a messenger. Like, what is the message depression is trying to tell me, my essence? Because when I had depression to 2020, I never had that, and I never understood people who said, yeah, I have depression. I was like, what are they talking about? Like, I don't have that. And it was like a really deep realization of some kind of a identity or character I had been living by for a long time of my period. And that was during my awakening, and my awakening was very like all at once. And I had this huge wake up that there were so many areas in my life where I literally thought, oh, that is me, but it wasn't me. It was just like an identity I would have lived in. So imagine your younger self. This is the essence, the spirit, the free version. But you get constantly put down. You constantly get some kind of message. Don't be yourself. Like, don't be authentic, because that is like too much, or it's just not available right now. You cannot be yourself. Or even more, we're going to go deeper into it. When you have current anxiety or gut issues, what is anxiety? Anxiety means it's not safe within me. Like I just said, you cannot express yourself freely. Whereby gut issues has always something to do with blocked energy. It is blocked emotions. Like I just said, if you could not express any type of emotions freely, there is a huge correlation to your gut issue. Because when we look at the gut, which is here, like in the stomach, this is the energy center. And by the way, like if we are, with any type of spiritual concepts, most of the time they have less correlation to these things. So gut issue is emotion. That's why we say your inner child sits in the gut. If you have gut issues, I had them for such a long time, your inner child is trying to talk to you. And the message, what is your inner child trying to tell you? Are you suppressing your anger? Are you suppressing your sadness? Is there any type of emotion that you have no access to? Imagine that movie. I think it's called Emotions or something. And if you see the characters, each emotion, sadness, anger, happiness, what is your relationship to these emotions? Because in the gut, if the message was, you are too sensitive, be nice, don't feel. Because you are a free spirit, you are the essence, and you have no boundaries at that time, you take that in as your core message. Something is wrong with me. I have to suppress myself. And it is the same with anxiety. If you feel in your body like heart racing, you get sweat, you can literally feel it, how everything is narrowing down within you. This is the message, it is not safe within me. And that comes from the message you have received as a child. It's not safe to feel my emotions because I will get abandoned. It's not safe to cry because they will leave me alone. I have to stay with my emotions alone. If you're so young, like this is like your child's self, it cannot regulate yourself. And what is happening? So the root, that's like why anxiety has a lot to do with your root chakra. It's also the energy center. My being, my safetyness is in danger. My parents don't accept me the way I am. So from early stage on, you don't feel safe within yourself because you have not learned how to feel safe within yourself. That's why anxiety, the root cause to free yourself from unsafety within you, learn to trust and to love and to nurture and to soothe yourself, which is the childlike version within you. So if the safety isn't there yet, that is the message. Ask yourself, what is anxiety trying to tell me? Am I not good enough? For whom? Who told you that? Where is that even coming from? Gut issues. Your emotions. How are your connection to your emotions? Are you connected or are you suppressing your emotions? Depression. It is literally, that's why, it's like this. Depression is your life force energy. So your whole life force energy is suppressed. Like you are not free at all to expressing the true authentic self that you are. The first time it really clicked for me was when I watched, I think it was like an interview of Jim Carrey. I think you might know some movies of him, and he was always this type of character that was like funny and making facial expressions. But here it comes. He also has, of course, if you dive deeper in, he has a story. Like his mother was very sick, so it always has to do something with our childhood. So he became that character of always being funny, making people laugh, so they could get out of their own misery. But what he was actually doing, he was creating this persona he was carrying for so long. That's why he had very long time of depression, because it was not his true authentic self. He was doing that for all the wrong reasons, for all the people around him, but not for himself. That's why depression has a huge message for you. It's a huge transformative channel. And I would really like to encourage, if you are currently in this void of depression, it is a channel to move through it and not to suppress it. Like, it's the core message of depression is the way you have lived now, you can no longer go back. It's the truth. You can no longer go back to that old identity. That is the core message. And the more you resist that truth, the harder it gets. My example, I was personal trainer and I realized I can no longer do it. Even I was so good at it. There was a part of me that loved it. The core message was, and each time I resisted, because I went back to that old identity, I was feeling depleted. It was not giving me energy anymore. And that is the core message of depression. Move back from that identity and figure out, and more importantly, surrender to the new. And what is surrendering? Surrendering is to the unknown. So the healing comes when you surrender, when you completely let go of that old identity. And that is a process. It's not that I tell you, oh, it's over in a year or something. That is individually. So you really have to give that up, that idea you have from this persona you were creating, and surrender to the unknown. That's also inner work. That's inner child work. That's really sitting with yourself. And more importantly, which should be another video in itself, like, the healing is really the nervous system that has to be regulated, that has to be felt and acknowledged and soothed and connected to, because that was actually a part of your childhood that you did not receive. So connecting to emotions, gut issues, really, really deeply healing the nervous system, safety, anxiety, and connecting to the unknown, which is bringing back your life force energy. There's no way around it. I went through that, and anyone that is like having this type of symptoms, yes, therapy is a tool, but there are also other somatic work. You can also start connecting truly to God. Like, I had no relationship to God, but really figure out who is God for you. Like, what is your relationship? Because behind all that, like, these are just the symptoms. There is a huge root, literally root cause, that you have no safety within you. And no one in the outside world can give that to you. People can support you, literally. But the safety really comes from being with you. And that's why healing modalities, that's why really being in a circle of people that helping you to stay safe within you, for example, during a ceremony, is literally helping you to connect to that deeper part within you. So the healing really comes from surrendering. And this is like, really, from a higher perspective, this all is nothing to fight against. This is to surrender. Anxiety, depression, gut issues is there for you to surrender and give up your old identity you have lived by for a long time. So, my message for you, what you really, 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 really should dive into, be aware of the persona you have lived by for a long time. Reflect on the areas of your life and the situation that is bringing you anxiety, where you are not safe. And how do you know that? It's your nervous system. Your nervous system is always talking to you. Your nervous system sits in your body, and your body literally feels things faster than you are with your mind. So learning to trust your body again. Yes, this was for you to have a deeper understanding and to let go of that anything is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong. This is actually good. This means you are being guided to your own truth. And I have been there, and I would have loved hearing that, because I saw that after I went through that, I realized, oh my God, this is actually genius, and this is such a huge intelligence that I could really feel, okay, this is telling me something. This is guiding me towards me and not away from my true self. Yes, so thank you for joining me, and let me know in the comments how deep you are in this and what are your experience. Have a beautiful day, and I see you in the next video.